First, I'll just start off with the 40% silver half dollars I bought. They are 65 to 69 ones. I got them for under melt, and the only play for making money off these is if melt, silver goes up a lot. I can sell them for more than what I paid for them. They're not collectible. They made millions. Now, I did get a couple things that are puzzling. I went down a rabbit hole trying to figure out these things. These are both John Paul II tokens or medals. This one I was able to find. I think it's aluminum bronze. It is not particularly valuable to speak of. I got it for 50 cents. I also got this one for 50 cents. Now it seems trying to find details for this has been really hard because it has no date, but it has the appearance of silver, and I got it for 50 cents. I showed it to another coin dealer I know. He looked it over and he's like, it kind of seems like it's silver. He said it might be plated. He's not sure. It's not 90%, so it can't be tested on the tester, but I think it might be a silver piece, but I can't find it online at all. So if anybody knows anything about these, and there are a lot of Pope John Paul II coins, tokens, and whatnot. So I'm not sure on that one. We'll go to a different topic. Statue of Liberty, which I got this, and it says the First Lady of Freedom, 100-year commemorative, 1886 to 1986. I've never seen one of these before. I don't believe that it is copper, or not copper, but gold. It might be plated, but it's starting to wear through, and I think it's probably some kind of nickel. Bean Becky has logged on, said hi, Tom. Hello, Bean Becky. How are you doing? Then I got this for 50 cents. It's a 5-year-old, and it says specimen on it. It's really thick. I believe and it says 2003 here. This is Denmark, but it's from Denmark. It says trial SI or SA. So I'm really not sure if this was meant to be circulated or is just a test to see how easy it is to make a coin this thick. And I don't know if they issued them this thick or not, but it is interesting. We'll move along to a couple other things I got. These are older copper pieces from 1914 and 1921. This is Norge on there, and it has a 7 and a crown. I think these are from Norway. They're probably no longer circulating coins, but are meant for circulation. All right, we'll talk about this one briefly. It's a big space exploration coin. I've got a couple other ones. This thing says $5 on it. It says 88. The $5 is over here. These are not worth $5. They're Republic of the Marshall Islands, or Marshall Islands. They claim that they are $5, and you can go. They said in the advertisement for these, and when they were selling them, that you could go and spin them. Well, it turns out, from what I understand, someone did go to the Marshall Islands and try to spin them. The people there didn't know what it was, and they wouldn't take it. Now this has the appearance of gold plating. It's pretty thick. I have one of these already. It's 1977. Queen Elizabeth, very shiny. It won't focus very good because it's so bright. Maybe I can get this to do it. It's a neat piece, but it's not worth anything. I paid 50 cents for it. So if you find them anywhere, don't pay very much. And for this Marshall Islands one, only buy it if you like the design, and don't pay very much for them because it's just copper nickel. Now there are silver pieces, $20 ones, which are a third ounce of silver, and $50 ones, which are an ounce. I don't know if there's a $25 version or not because I don't remember. Now, I did get some random silver piece. This is about 25 grams total. It's $2 face, and I got it for just a little under melt. It's not really worth very much because none of it's ever going to be collectible. This is stacked coins, and the only time you make money on this is when silver goes up a lot. You sell it for a lot more than what you paid for it. I'm winding down what I've got to show here. I'm going to go ahead and show this Canadian dollar first. It's from '67. It's in a fancy little felt box, and it's a proof. 87, $1. Well, it's shining weird because it's very shiny. I think the little scratches you see are all on the plastic holder, not the coin itself. This thing probably went straight from the mint into the case, and then this talks about it. It's a Royal Canadian Mint piece that is not worth very much. I wouldn't pay very much for it, but I wanted to go ahead and buy one just because my coin dealer had it. I thought it was neat. Now, I did get a couple Hot Wheels cars. This King Cuda. It's the red suit cards. King. There's a jack there. There's a queen on the other door and an ace. This card's bent, so for a collector, they would want this to be a perfect card, and then this part's broke. So this is one that can come out of the case, no big deal. And this one is a little bit better, but it's still slightly damaged. It is the West Coast Flyer. It's kind of a steam engine car thing. It's kind of neat looking. It'll probably come out too because it's just, even though it is in a short edition series, number 4 or 5. Now, I do have one last little thing to talk about real quick. I'll show you the box. Royal Canadian Mint. I'll pull out the little mint set, which is a proof set. It's got the maple leaf on it, and it's made out of metal. This is kind of a fancy looking book. It says 1986. The sole reason why I bought it is because of this dollar coin right here. We'll turn it this way. It's the Centennial Vancouver. This is 50% silver dollar. The rest of this is just nickel, and that's a bronze. None of this other stuff is worth anything. But this shows the locomotive number, and then it says silver 50%. And the rest is copper. So it's kind of neat. Now the dollar coin, all the rest, they're all nickel. The 5 cent is copper nickel, and the cent is bronze. So they're really not, none of them are really worth anything. But the set itself, I paid about $2 over the melt value of the $half. So I'm sure whoever bought it from the mint paid a lot more than what I did to get it. But the box is kind of neat. It's plastic. helps protect the book. But I hope everyone's having a good night. I'm probably not going much longer on this, but I do think this is kind of neat, though. 5-year-old specimen. I'm gonna have to look this up and see if they ended up making these, and or if this is just something that they made a few of to test it. If it's something they only made a few of, this could have some collector value, but you'd have to find someone who wants it. I paid 50 cents for it. Who knows? It could be worth more, but I'm not thinking it's worth much. But I mean, that's pretty much about all I have for this little live preview for everybody. I hope that everyone has a good night. I got to go back to work tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a good night and a good week, and we'll see you next time, because that's all I got.